country and sent 5 of them home already, and another one's going home right here, right now. Tucson Turf, C1N, 2 unbelievable programs. Cam Newton trying to lead his squad to yet again another OT7 championship appearance here in Miami. I am Care Bear Kieran, joined here with my guys, Mr. Mo Hassan, quarterback extraordinaire, and a future Hall of Famer, 8-time Pro Bowl, 3-time All-Pro, number 7 wearer, LSU Jim Thorpe Award winner, Patrick Peterson. How we doing?
Man, I'm doing great, man. That last game, though,
yeah,
I'm still speechless.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
And we got another good one right now.
We got another good one, and all of these guys are fighting for this trophy you see right here. And guys, first things first, we're going to talk about the team on the field right now. C1N, sorry, Cam Newton's team. What can you tell us about these guys?
Man, we got Derek Baker. We all know that he was handpicked by Cam Newton. Check this out. Derek Baker threw 16 touchdowns in group staging. He has been very surgical for the C1N football team. Let's see if he can continue to be the spark plug for this C1N football team in the playoffs.
Yeah, and on the other side of the ball, we have our colleague du jour's favorite team, Tucson Turf.
If Cam Newton is Superman, Tucson Turf is their kryptonite. And I'll tell you why. This team is surging. They just came back from behind and beat Midwest Boom on a 1-point gamble. If you love underdog stories, you're going to love quarterback Kanan Mana. This guy plays like Baker Mayfield. He's running, he's gunning, he's talking, and he's got Devin Fitzgerald out wide. One of the top wide receivers in all of high school football. I think they're going to have a shot to upset C1N.
I think they definitely do have a shot, and right now you're going to see that Tucson Turf offense that's been struggling to find rhythm. But earlier today, they played Midwest Boom in an absolute shootout. We saw Devin Fitzgerald make clutch play after clutch play, and we're going to see if this team can get their offense going. A deep shot! He's got it! Oh! What a start to the game! Whoa! Tucson Turf hitting their boy Dennis Tuati. Unbelievable start.
My goodness, Kanan Mana coming out firing.
They said we ain't got nothing to wait on.
No, they do not. I love it, man, the confidence. We're taking a shot. First play of the game. It's an offense that's not known for taking shots, right? It's more of a dink and dunk offense, but I think they wanted to make a statement. Cam Newton on the other end was talking trash pregame. They want to say, we're here, we belong with the big boys.
Wow.
Unbelievable start to the game. And this is on a C1N defense that has been lights out this weekend.
Yes.
And now it's time to see, can they get it done when it matters most? Derek Baker, the super swole sophomore quarterback
the most
for C1N.
I don't understand how a sophomore in high school could be that big.
It doesn't make sense whatsoever.
Like a he-man out there.
Yeah.
I know he tells coach.
What kind of weight program is he on?
The coaches tell him, yes, sir, in his high school is what they say. You going to be at practice today? Yes, sir.
Does he just look with Cam all day, every day?
Probably. He looks like a baby Cam.
Now, he definitely does look like a baby Cam, and whenever you get to see him scramble, you see that athletic ability as well.
Yeah.
And this offense has just been in rhythm. They've just been moving, and Cam's so unbelievably confident in his guys. Only 13 guys on the roster, but they just keep that momentum rolling out here in Florida. They're trying to go win a championship.
That's right. They're well coached, and it shows in yesterday's performance. They finished 3-1. Really should have been 4-0 if you really think about it. Outside of low pro, probably our most competitive team so far in championship weekend, and it's because of Derek Baker, the quarterback, but also Cam Newton just instilling an NFL-type system with these young men.
Yeah, I love what Cam is bringing to the table and the energy that he brings to his team, and this guy's feed off it. And, you know, like I talked about earlier on in the show, he handpicked this guy, so he has all the trust in the world that Derek can go out there and get the job done.
Right here, little condensed formation. And hit his intended target, Amari Stevens, the Miami commit, sophomore out of Miami, Florida.
I do feel like in terms of creativity with their alignment pre-snap, we talked about this earlier, Kieran.
Yeah.
I love the condensed formations, Pat. I feel like as a defender, that provides challenges that maybe other offenses aren't really showing.
100%. With me being a man-to-man guy, I hated this because what that did was that forces me to get off and play with leverage when I love to be in the receivers, you know, grill, playing that bumper run.
And again, they used it again with a spacing concept. The corner got too much whip, and there you go. It gives you an easy 6, 7, 8 yards.
And honestly, that should be the most utilized formation in the red zone.
Yeah, which they're doing right now.
Yeah.
How many yards you say?
6, 7.
6, 7. Here we go. Now C1N methodically moving the ball downfield. Third down, subway formation. Is what Keyshawn Henderson likes calling it.
7.
And right there, boom. Lorenzo Carter. I'm sorry, not Lorenzo. That is Devin Carter in the end zone for C1N, and an easy first drive in typical Cam Newton fashion. What are they doing, Mo?
1 point gamble.
They're going for it. They're going for it. They love these 1 point gambles.
It's really the only team that does it. I don't know why. It makes no sense to me.
I've only been here 3 days, and I caught on to that.
Yeah, I try to make sense of it every time. I don't get it.
It's just, statistically, it's not the right move.
Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me. But you know, I'm not gonna go tell Cam he's wrong. No, you gonna go tell him he's wrong? I'm not.
Let me go right now.
Yeah. But I will say he's pretty successful for the most part.
Yeah, well, not right there.
Not right there.
And Tucson Turf is gonna take the lead right back after that 1 point gamble.
It would be one thing if you're on the 2 or 3 yard line, but from the 10, it's just.
Yeah.
You got to think it's maybe like under a 30% completion percentage down there.
Speaking of under 30%.
It's definitely under 30.
Speaking of under 30% completion percentage, after watching Tess throw football, I thought I'd shout her out. Tess,
wow.
What's going on down there with the Advanced Auto Parts bracket?
Karen, I was a basketball player. I don't want to hear any of that.
Wow.
They didn't have you in the demonstrations, did they?
Oh, okay.
All right, guys, I'm down here by the bracket. We need to take a look at what's happened so far and what is to come on Championship Sunday. So, our first game of the day was Midwest Boom, Tucson Turf. Obviously, you're watching Tucson Turf now, so they advanced and knocked out Midwest Boom. Then we saw Raw Miami knock out the Trillion Boys. So now the stage is set. So in round 2, we will have our 3-seed Cali Power taking on our 6-seed Level 82. And then Tucson Turf will advance, obviously right now is playing C1N. Now on the other side of the bracket, Raw Miami is going to have to face the undefeated #1 seed Low Pro. And then at the bottom half of this bracket, our 4-seed 24K coming out of the golden ticket, securing that 4-seed, will take on the 5th seed RG3. I cannot wait for the rest of these games. Let me know in the chat if you guys have any games you're looking forward to. And of course, we're trying to hit 1 million subscribers, so make sure you guys subscribe on YouTube. I think that's all I got down here. Back to you guys in the booth.
So Karen.
Yeah, I just wanted them to do that.
Is it on Mo for the car? This
Yeah, no, definitely has to be.
So now if we hit 1 million subscribers, you buy a winner, a subscriber, a car.
Okay.
That's what they've been saying.
A Cybertruck?
Wow, I mean, nobody said that, but if you wanted,
I'll buy the Cybertruck if we can go on your yacht.
I don't have a yacht, so.
He said he's got a boat.
Oh.
You got a boat of some sort, Pat?
I don't.
Oh, wow, no boat.
He said it's more of a cruise ship.
Yeah.
More of a cruise. Oh, he said it's a cruise ship. That's crazy. He said, I have a Dreamliner, brother. Oh, pressure there, and they end up.
Oh, that's no.
They picked up the first down.
Oh, they gave it to him.
They did give it to him right there. Pressure in the face of K-Mana. Off of the pressure from Aaron Gregory, the 4-star wide receiver.
Yeah. Aaron's been playing well on defense.
I mean, he's been doing really good at safety. It's been kind of crazy. Right now, we have 5.9 thousand watchers on YouTube.
Wow.
Guys, if you're in the chat, go ahead and drop a like. And go ahead and make sure you're subscribed if you're watching us right now. Also, question for the chat. Y'all think Mo could take Cam Newton in a fight?
Wow. I think maybe, like Hunter said this, maybe just his leg, like a portion
his single
of
leg, yeah.
You know?
Maybe one leg.
Yeah.
No chance, Mo.
Yeah, no shot. Did you played against Cam?
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys, was there a lot of trash talk on the field?
Nah, not really. No, not really. Me and Cam was in the same draft class. Ton of respect for Cam.
Yeah.
Oh! Nice. Did he keep it? Yep, he got it.
That's a dot right there. Khalil Bender in the end zone for Tucson Turf. And ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we got a shootout on our hands. Tucson Turf might have found their offensive rhythm they've been looking for in their game earlier today against Midwest Boom.
Yeah, I think so too. They looked unbelievable against Boom, and now they're translating right now. He gets 2 feet and beautiful ball placement by Cam. I think he's really a gamer. Like this guy, you see him physically, maybe not going to be the same 5-star prospect that Derek Baker could transition to physically, but you put him on the football field with the pads, it's anyone's game. He's just going to go out there and do whatever it takes to get the dub.
You're out there throwing dimes.
Oh, yeah.
That's all that matters.
Now, that was a well-placement ball and also well caught to get 2 feet down. That's good on Sundays.
Yes, sir.
Right here, Derek Baker Back on offense. Beautiful concept. Peyton Zachary gets the catch right there. Mo, what'd you see?
It really was just beautiful. I was smiling the entire time. It's art, right? They had him outside. They motioned him in, get the leverage on the nickel defender, stems inside, comes back out. Derek Baker throws it with such great anticipation before he even turns his head. I mean, those are NFL concepts right there.
No doubt about it. And that nickel position is the hardest position as a defensive back because that guy has every route on the route tree to run.
You can tell the teams that practice, though, as well, Mo. The guys that are just in rhythm. Like you could tell that their offense is in rhythm because they've done it with repetition time and time and time again. That's what you see from Low Pro. That's what you see from Tucson Turf, and that's what you see from C1N.
Yep, 100%. And going back to that slot receiver, because for the most part, they're running option routes. So they're just basically running where you're not. And that's how Cooper Kupp became, you know, what Cooper Kupp is right now. You got Justin Jefferson, you know, just able to get open, just run away from where the guys are not.
How was guarding Justin Jefferson in practice?
It was cool, man. It was unbelievable because I watched Justin grow. Me and his brother was roommates.
Oh, yeah.
So I've seen it. Uh-oh, what we got going on out here on the field?
I think the Tucson Turf team is just making a lot of noise, and that's a beautiful catch for Amari Stevens in the back of the end zone. Guys, another 1-point gamble. They're going to go for another 1-point
now they have to.
They have to.
Exactly. Now they have to.
I mean, they go for it anyway.
That to me is why it doesn't really make too much sense to me. You don't get it, you automatically have to do it again. And it's tough.
I mean, but Cam goes for it all the time anyway, for the most part.
Right there, a touchdown. Cam's usually an extremely outgoing and a crazy celebrating guy right now, but he's just focused on that 1-point gamble, Mo.
Yeah, he's mild-mannered right now. He's not how we saw him last night. Oh, he got that one.
There it is.
So he's at 50% right now. I'm going to keep track of
We need to.
what Cam is going to be on these 1-point gambles. So he's 1 for 2 on 1-point gambles right now, sitting at a wow.
Look at Cam last night, man. Cam's been getting lit all weekend. Look, I mean, the dancing, running into the pit, stealing a ball from a child. He did everything, man.
He'd be the OT7 coach I'd most want to play for.
100%.
I think just the energy is infectious. The whole defense, the offense gets behind it. And that was your championship prediction. It was in February. I was with you in New Orleans, Louisiana, of all places.
I said C1N was going to get it done. And it wasn't because I knew Cam Newton was like somewhat close.
He was watching.
But I picked him too. That's my underdog. I know everyone's picking I picked C1N.
Two people picking C1N?
Yeah, to take it home here in Miami.
Well, I'm going to say this. I think Tucson Turf is going to upset them right now.
Wow.
We'll see.
See what happened. That's Devin Fitzgerald, the target.
Oh, a little out of reach.
Missed a wide open Devin Fitzgerald, a double move, and he kind of just loses the defender back there in that soft spot.
I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't have been surprised if he stealed it.
Honestly, I thought he was.
I mean, he's a Fitzgerald, for Christ's sake, man.
Just like his pops.
That right there, full extension, try to bring that one in. Seeing Pops make some crazy catches.
We did see in the next up game, he made some crazy catches.
Unbelievable. I mean, he probably had one of the
MVP. MVP of that game.
Devin Fitzgerald,
That's another kid
of Larry Fitzgerald, another kid you watch grow up.
Exactly, another kid.
Crazy. Might be a bunch of NFL players here soon that you just watch grow up, Pat Pete.
Yep.
You're getting old, man.
I know, man. That's a good thing, though.
That's a good thing.
That's a good thing, man.
I mean, you're still at playing age.
Kind of, but nowadays, hell, you over 30, you old.
Yeah. Exactly. Unless you're playing quarterback or kicker. You get over 30.
Yep.
So Mo Hassan's like 40 in football years, for real.
Oh, man.
That's what they say.
Well, a year in the SEC is about like 8.
Yeah,
no.
100%.
My knees,
dog,
man.
Yeah. My knee. No. Now Kane Mata, after picking up that first down, got this Tucson Turf offense moving. Just 48 seconds left in the half. They can score before halftime.
Sack.
They're going to take a sack on that one. 4 seconds run off the clock. The clock is going to keep running, so they need to go back and get set again.
This is huge because C1N gets the ball back out of halftime. So Tucson Turf has to be thinking about punching this ball in the end zone right now. They need to move with a little bit more sense of urgency with 25 seconds on the clock.
Here we go. Kane Mata.
Going up top to Fitzgerald.
And there it is, turning into a DB right there.
in triple coverage. Hey, Devin's down there somewhere.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, just the size that he has, making some of these plays. He's got Notre Dame, Stanford, Clemson. He's the next great one, man.
Yeah.
And somehow still a little bit underrated. It reminds me of Marvin Harrison Jr. when he was coming out.
Same here.
Yeah.
I'm still wondering how he only has 3 stars.
Crazy.
With the attributes that he has, the physicality that he plays with, the hands that he has.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's a football player.
They're
Going right back at him right now. Let's go.
And that's going to be thrown out of bounds, and that's a great pressure. And unfortunately, Payne Mana took a shot right there from Aaron Gregory. Looks like he's going to be able to shake it off and be okay.
Hey, who said we don't get physical?
Yeah, who said we don't get physical? No, Trilly's defensive back coach yesterday, Coach Hawk, was out there wearing a Make Football Physical Again shirt. I was asking if I could get one. Yeah, the 7-on-7 tournament.
Hey, I'm with it. It didn't work out for Hawk, but.
Yeah, no, it didn't work out for him. But now, 4th down here. Huge play before the half for C1N. If they can get a stop here, they put themselves in the driver's seat of this game.
He left early.
There's another one right there.
He's gone.
And what a pass breakup. The recovery.
So we got time on the clock.
Unbelievable. Chance Thomas out of Anaheim, California.
Just
closing the space right there. Unbelievable.
And it feels like Tucson had a few guys open on this drive and just kind of missed on this one. And even better defense from C1N. I think that's been the storyline from C1N, their defense.
100%. I love how aggressive they have been playing throughout this OT7 tournament. They are in the receiver spaces, making it hard on opposing teams' quarterbacks to force those balls in close windows. So we got 8 seconds here. Let's see what the C1N team can do.
8 seconds remaining. They're going to roll out. That's an early pressure. He's going to be able to escape it anyway. And right here,
nice.
And right here, this is something that I think is a little sneaky tactic from Tucson Turf's coaching staff. They can take the illegal rush and sort of stop their momentum from picking up a short play. I think it's.
That was, I see what you're saying.
It's definitely a bit of a cheap tactic.
Yeah, we seen it last night.
Yeah. They do an early rush, doesn't matter. It runs off some clock, and it gives them only one opportunity to go take a shot to the end. It's smart. It's very smart coaching.
Yep.
It's very smart coaching.
Yeah, Tucson Turf always going to find the little loopholes.
They find every loophole possible. And right there, I mean, it's like Dan Lanning, like having that penalty last year against Ohio State. They ended up running off clock. Knew we were going to be able to defend it because we got 13 guys on the field.
No doubt. Vrabel did the same thing.
Yep, exactly.
It is good coaching. These guys have been playing together really for years, since middle school. So they have that chemistry, kind of like a low pro light, if you will, in terms of just having that rapport with each other.
Right here, they're going to do another pressure. Baker, fire to the end zone. That's going to be picked off. A touchdown right before the half. And it's going to be a tie game, 15-15.
We got one.
We got ourselves a close game. C1N gets the ball after halftime. After C1N is dominated, really, during the group stage. How do we feel? What are we predicting is going to happen?
I mean, look, I said Tucson Turf is going to have a chance to win this game. I know C1N has been the massive favorite, just the way they've played. Probably should be 4-0, the most consistent team outside of low pro we've seen in OT7. Well coached by Cam Newton. But Tucson Turf, don't look now.
Yeah, Tucson Turf is one of those teams that I've been keeping my eye on. Like you said, well coached. They know the ins and the outs of the rules of the OT7 tournament. Cam Newton is one of my favorites, you know, with the energy that they bring each and every game. But we got a dogfight here. So let's see if these guys can answer the bell.
Right now, Derek Baker back on offense. I love the way they're not taking shots today. They're just kind of taking what the defense gives them. Tucson Turf's going to play a little more. Right there again. Tucson Turf's going to have to play a little more aggressive if they want to get some stops or maybe force a turnover here.
Yeah, also the only team that goes under center, I think it's a little interesting tidbit. I think there's pros and cons to it. It kind of puts Derek into a rhythm, right? He understands once I'm at the top of my 5-step drop, the ball's coming out. There's a 4-second clock. He understands the rhythm here. It's been working. He's one of the top quarterbacks at OT7.
It has. The thing I don't like about it is his backside. Well, you only get one blitz per drive, but if you want to time up something real nice, you can always get him off the backside.
That's true.
Now, as soon as he gets the ball up on the center, now his back is to whoever that corner is coming off, or inside defender off that right side.
Yeah, it's definitely much easier to sack him. But with the mobility we saw, he can.
Yeah, I think he's okay with that direction.
He can't get away.
He can run. Right now, Travis Hunter, you see him right here on your screen.
We haven't heard his name.
Haven't heard his name. I'm sure because we just mentioned him, he's going to get a catch. I'm pretty sure of it. It's on the 3rd and 2. Got to get to the line. Peyton Zachary in motion. And that's going to be an easy pickup for them right there. He is their go-to guy in the red zone and short yardage situations. Lorenzo Barber is the guy that they go to whenever they need just an insane highlight play. And today, I mean, Amari Stevens has been more involved than other situations as well. This wide receiving group, you wouldn't come into the thinking that C1N has the most talented wide receiver group, but they do their job. That
they do. Very undersized, but they play above the numbers that is on paper. And that's all you can ask for. Guys that's going out there and just giving their all and just being a true football player.
Right here, Derek Baker.
And Peyton Zachary again. But again, to their receiving core, I think you get a little bit of everything. With Travis Hunter, he's more of the speedster, right? If you need to take a shot down the field, he does lead the team in touchdowns. So it's strange we haven't called his name often, but also I think it speaks to Derek Baker's knowledge of the game and football IQ. If they're playing back, why am I forcing a ball down the field?
100%.
Find a hip. Find a hip.
Right here, Derek Baker on a 2nd and long. Travis Hunter in motion. Can they find here back in the end zone? Going Devin Carter. And just through his hands. Now a 3rd down. Tough situation for C1N. Got to be able to close out these second halves, especially in this red area. That's the issue that we saw Trillian have in the last game.
Yeah, it's this too high look that Tucson Turf is giving C1N and Cam Newton some problems right now. They ran a smash concept, trying to get the corner to come down, and honestly, I thought it was really good ball placement from Derek. Probably should have came down with that.
Yeah, it went right through his hands. I don't know if he misjudged his jump, but he definitely should have came down with that catch.
Yeah, I think Tucson Turf understands maybe they don't have the same athletes that C1N does, so they're playing this back coverage.
Back in the end zone, and it doesn't put it in. Unbelievable. Aaron Gregory. They're calling it a touchdown on the field. We're going to have to take a look at it again.
Yeah, got to take a look at this one. It was close. Let's see.
Ball placement there from Derek Baker.
All drive, great ball placement. And how about Aaron Gregory doing it on both sides of the field? Speaking of the Hunters, he can do it at safety. He can do it at wide receiver.
Let's see here.
Yeah, he got one.
Oh, touchdown.
Yeah.
That's touchdown. Confirm it.
That's exactly where you want that ball, about 2 feet above his head, only where your wide receiver can get it. Aaron Gregory elevates perfectly, gets the foot in, and that's textbook right there.
Yeah.
End line dig.
End line dig. That's like the #1 go-to play here in OT7. Yep.
Well, guys, I don't get it this time, though.
Yeah.
A 1-point gamble, I don't know if I get it this time.
Pick it. Pick it. Find a hip.
See what they can do.
Find a hip.
Travis Hunter. Oh, and Gregory again in the back of the end zone. You know what? I told you they should have done that. What are y'all talking about? See, y'all don't listen to me, man. They should have done that.
Ball knower.
Real ball knower. Still with the money drive in the pocket for both of these teams. Tucson Turf now headed back out on offense. What can they do here, man?
Hey, I'm going to tell Cam you were talking trash.
Oh, no, I definitely would. I'll tell Cam myself.
I think I'm going to tell him.
Oh, you should. After the game, find him and tell him I was talking a little bit of trash. I'm going to run so far away.
Yeah, don't do it. You got to go in the media locker room where he can't get you.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Kane, Mana hitting his intended target, Devin Fitzgerald. That's crazy, man. I mean, you're probably going to see a bunch of kids that you saw in the locker room growing up, playing in the league here in a couple of years. I think football's becoming another one of those sports, kind of like basketball, where you have a lot of players' sons making it to that next level as well, or player-adjacent guys. Oh, my goodness.
A dangerous pass.
Dangerous pass, but hey, when you got Big Dennis back over there, he was able to elevate. It was almost a catch.
Just throw it up.
Exactly.
But talking about players, I played with Joey Porter Sr.
Yeah.
And Junior.
Oh, my.
Wow.
Interesting.
Now, that's crazy. What?
How was that?
That was crazy.
Talking about his pops?
Man, I remember Joey Porter Jr. coming in the locker room.
Wow.
So, so crazy.
I mean, that speaks to your longevity. That's cool.
That it does. That it does. It's a blessing. It was a blessing to play in the league for 13 years and to see, you know, Joey, you know, Justin, Devin, who else I had the opportunity to see. Can't think of any other guys right now, but just seeing where these guys are right now is truly been a blessing for me to watch these guys grow up.
Yeah. Came out of here on first down.
Speaking of Devin.
Devin Fitzgerald. Great defensive
speaking of Devin Fitzgerald, did you guard his pops?
Oh, man. Funny story about his pops. My rookie year, I come into the league on the lockout. I didn't get to training camp until about, 2 weeks prior. My first practice, he got me on the boss. Almost like on a route like that right there. Boss me in the back of the end zone. Gets this guy, Lou, his pitcher guy, Lou, to get the picture printed out, framed up, and he signed it to me.
No.
But it's not hanging up
in your locker.
It's not hanging up in my house, though. But he's still my guy.
That's great. It's like a real subtle trash talk.
Right, exactly.
He knows he's in your head.
That's classic Fitzy. But he's never got into my head because once I got my feet down and running, I couldn't deal with me no more.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Talk your trash, Pat.
I mean, that must have, I think you get viewed as the guy that was like, somewhat of the Calvin Johnson stopper. It was like, oh yeah, he could actually go tit for tat with Calvin Johnson. And I think it's probably easier whenever you line up with Larry Fitzgerald during the entire
It really is. That's a lot of contact.
Heavy contact, and there will be a flag on that one. That was a lot of contact at the top of that route on that third down, and I think he's going to call a pass interference, so that's going to be a fresh set of downs for Tucson Turf.
But yeah, a lot of great matchups against Larry in our day. Going to get that back, going to that back pylon,
He was all over him.
Easy call.
Yeah.
So do Cam go for the money drive?
I think you have to. You have to at this point.
Yeah.
Put yourself in a tough position. Now, the real question is for Tucson Turf, not only do they have to complete this, they have to go for the one-point gamble as well right now.
Yes.
And that's the pressure that Cam Newton put on them by converting that ladder.
Right.
I told you guys the one-point gamble was a genius move. I don't know why you guys don't listen.
So Cam right now is 2 for 3.
Yeah.
On one-point gamble.
You live and die by it. If you're a three-point shooting team, you live and die by that shot.
It would. That
so far
is a 66%. If my math is mathing. Yes, sir.
Math, do a little bit of math. And right here, one play from the 10-yard line. This is a huge play in this game. Can Tucson Turf convert this one-point gamble?
Going for it.
And it is completed.
Nice.
I think he came down with it. I think
they're going to say he came down with it. And what a huge catch from Khalil Bender. We got a tie ball game with about 3 minutes remaining.
Wow. This is what the playoffs is all about. Every game coming down to the wire is going to come down to if the coaches can put their players in the best position possible to help their team prevail.
Yeah, the margins are just razor thin. Comes down with it. What a catch.
They just confirmed the call. Unbelievable. You see he has it all the way through to the very end, gets poked out.
Yeah, I mean, Khalil's led the team in receiving yards and touchdowns. I think he's kind of this, security blanket, possession wide receiver when they need him in those situations.
And here's the money drive. Each money drive is worth 10 points for the team that calls it. If C1N goes down the field and successfully converts this, they will be rewarded 10 points for this possession. But also, if an interception is run back for a touchdown on the money drive, the defense will be rewarded 10 points. That would essentially mark the end of the game in this one. Right here, big drive for C1N. And I think they're perfectly fine letting this clock run down a little bit.
Yeah,
and making sure this might be the last possession.
It needs to be the last possession.
Yeah.
And
right now,
should be no time left on the clock.
No, absolutely none. And right now, Tess is down on the field. Well, our boy Kane on.
Yes, the man of the hour. All right, Kane. A lot of people were expecting this to be maybe a little bit of a lopsided score. You're having Cam Newton, NFL legend, come in. Were you guys nervous at all? You guys don't seem like you were fazed at all by that large man on their sideline.
My dream school is Auburn because of that man. So, I look up to him growing up and stuff like that. But I'm out here to compete, and we got a chance to get going. This is my last sevens event in my life, so I'm going to leave it all out there and try to win.
You're looking to beat your childhood hero out here today.
Yes, sir.
All right, we know your coaches are traditionally known for knowing the rules pretty well. Clock management is definitely one of their strong suits. Are you do you have any strategies for this final minute with the tie game right now?
We got to get this stop right here and we'll be in good shape.
All right, we shall see in this last minute. Best of luck out there.
Yeah, no, I love just completely destroying my childhood heroes. And right now, Amari Stevens gets open underneath, and that's a first down. That brings us to the 1 minute warning. Clock will stop here, and they have a fresh set of downs from about 14 yards away. Mo Hassan, what's the strategy on offense in this type of situation?
Yeah, I think you want to complete the ball inbounds, right? We want to try to get this down to as close as double zeros as possible. We don't want Kane Mana with any time on the other end. We know how dangerous he is with Tucson Turf's offense, with Devin Fitzgerald. Let's get a few completions inbounds.
It's even better because it's a tie ball game though as well. You're not playing from behind. You can play with this clock.
Right.
Yes, absolutely. You can check it down.
They're going for it right now.
Oh my goodness.
They do the complete opposite.
Yeah, I mean he had
Zachary right in front of us. I think you get a 5-yard completion and this clock winds down to about maybe like 30 or 20.
Yeah.
And you're in a much better situation.
And honestly, that is what hurt C1N against the RG3 takeover.
Yeah.
Because they had the lead, they scored a little bit too fast, left a little bit time on the clock, and that's how RG3 takeover was able to get back into that ball game.
Yeah, game management down the stretch is going to be at a premium. And Cam Newton, with all his NFL experience, you'd think he's going to be able to relay that over to Derek Baker right now.
Only 54 seconds on the clock here. Tie ball game. C1N on their money drive on a second down.
That was
going to get,
and he goes
out of bounds on that one. They're going to have
the two things we said not to do. Take a shot and go out of bounds.
That clock's going to stop again.
Yeah.
50 seconds.
We got to have some awareness.
And look, man, we might get free football out of this thing. I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with it. Right now, Derek Baker and this offense on a third down. And now you have to start taking these shots to the end zone.
Yeah.
You have to try to make it happen.
Well, there's 2 yards.
Exactly, yeah. And right there is going to do it. C1N gets in the end zone on their money drive to take a 10-point lead with just 48 seconds remaining. The pressure is now all on Tucson turf.
Man, if you're Kane Mana, this is what you live for, right? You're playing against your childhood hero. He's the reason, Cam Newton's the reason why he wants to go to Auburn.
Right.
You're playing against this guy you grew up watching. It's your last 7-on-7 tournament of your entire life. You have the opportunity live in front of thousands of people. What are you going to do?
I'm telling you what, this is almost like deja vu. This is exactly the moment C1N versus RG3 takeover, almost identical. Went down and scored, got the onside kick, and went down and scored again to win the ball game. So it's enough time on this clock for Tucson Turf to get themselves back in position to possibly win this game.
Right here, we got a money drive for Tucson Turf. And another thing, right here, you need to get downfield. If you get downfield with a big play, you're okay letting that clock run down a little bit.
Right.
You score too quick in an OT7. 30 seconds is a lot of time here in 7-on-7 football.
It's almost like basketball, infinity.
Exactly.
Right there, gonna hit Dennis over the middle. And now you gotta go get set again. Clock is gonna be ticking.
I think when we talk about what's a yard valued at right now, I don't like that completion. Maybe anything under 15 yards in bounds, I don't like.
Kane had a big, he had Khalil Bender open early on that one.
Yeah.
And that's gonna cause a really tough fourth down situation right here for them.
It is.
You need to be able to get to the 20-yard line, pick up that first down, and keep this money drive going. That was 3 quick plays, 21 seconds still on the clock, a lot of time to work, but you have to pick up the first down at least on this play right here.
No doubt, it all comes down to this. Kane Mana's last tournament, playing against his childhood hero. I think you target Devin Fitzgerald. He's the most reliable. He has the strongest hands. Watch for him, number 1.
It's looking like C1N is going to bring some pressure on this one. And it's a completion over the middle. You have to get going to the line, though. You have to get set again. We're going to try to spike it.
Oh, they got to play. They called a play.
Okay.
They're going to call a play.
Oh, he's calling it. Get out of bounds.
That's going to be another one right there. Dennis, and he gets out of bounds. That's a great play for them. Instead of spiking it, 4 seconds on the clock. And it's all going to come down to this, ladies and gentlemen. Tucson Turf, we saw them yesterday with their season on the line. Right here, season on the line for them in the OT7 Season 4 Championship. Can they convert from just 8 yards away for the game right here, right now?
Watch the holding.
Kane Mata puts Sean Roebuck in motion.
Comes down to this.
Roebuck open back, and it's intercepted! A.J. Marks!
No!
And C1N sends Tucson Turf home packing. Wow! Unbelievable performance. C1N stays alive.
And it's C1N's defense of all things that comes up clutch, and now they advance to the next level for Cam Newton's team. What a game to the very end, and shout out to Tucson Turf playing a great football game.
Yeah, Tucson Turf made
We're going to take another look at this one. Roebuck, I thought he was open earlier.
He was.
Just the timing of the ball needs to be a little bit higher, but what a play from A.J. Marks to read it, get underneath it, and put this game to bed. Goodbye. Wow. Unbelievable from C1N. And guys, I mean, this is championship weekend. We just sent another team home.
Championship Sunday. This is what it's all about. Who's going to make the plays when that play comes upon you?
Who's going to carry the boats? And the long? And the long. You don't know me, son.
A.J. Marks.
A.J. Marks is. And C1N will be heading to the next round. Ladies and gentlemen, what a game. Let's go ahead and check out the Advanced Auto Parts Advance to Win moments of the game. The C1N takes victory here, 33-23. Don't go anywhere, guys. We will be right back with more OT7 football. The greatest team of all time, Low Pro, with the only remaining South Florida team right after this.
What a stop and what a game. C1N advances to the next round, taking down Tucson Turf. DeJour is probably the saddest man in the country right now. We were waiting for C1N to join us down at the bracket, but let's talk about that game, DeJour. Are you doing okay?
I don't think I've ever been as sad as I am right now. I love my Tucson Turf, but that was one hell of a game, and I lost my voice.
They went on a great run. They hung in there with Cam Newton and C1N until the end.
We played them close every time. We played them close every single time. That's unfortunate, man.
But unfortunately, A.J. Marks on that goal line stop sealed the win for Cam Newton and C1N, who we are waiting on. I don't know if they know they're supposed to come over here and write their name on the bracket. Let's take a look at some of the next games. Coming up next, maybe the early favorite. It's not even like that crazy to say. Low Pro, our 1 seed, will be taking